What's poppin', guys? Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I had a pretty good one myself. Today we're going to be going over my remix of Heavy by Sam Smyers. And look out because I have another Sam Smyers remix in the works and I like it a little bit better than this one. But this one is still pretty dang good. So let's just get into it and see how I made it. Oh, and before we jump into it, take a listen to the original song and then my remix and let me know which one you like better. Obviously, they both have, different genres. They're extremely different, but I love them both. All right, so starting off, we're just going to go right into the drop this time and then we'll work out because I actually made this song from the drop. It's weird. A lot of my songs I start with the drop and work out. So let's just go from there. So the main thing of the drop, you gotta have the beat. You gotta have the drums and the cymbals and everything. So let's just go through those. So we have a kick that gets reversed into with another kick on top of it. Together they sound a bit like this. Layering is always a good thing to do when you're doing kicks because it gives you a broader sound, something more unique that you just wouldn't find with one kick. We have a little perk loop thing. A snare. Can't go wrong with a snare. Another, I believe this is another snare, yeah. More high pitched, a little bit different than the original, so together. And then we also have these, I believe, hats. Pretty simple stuff, guys. And in the second part, I just took this top loop. I believe it's a cymatics top loop, but I could be wrong. And it just sounds like this. So altogether, the drums of the drop sound like this. Just gets you going, makes you feel the beat. So let's check out the basses of the drop. This one just says sub bass. I believe it is just a sub bass, yeah. There's some slide notes in here. Gives it a little more funk, it makes it a little bit different. Sounds a bit like this. Very low, very in the background, but it's there. Then we have this other melody on top, which is like the main melody of the drop, but it sounds a bit like this. Kind of groovy, gets you going. And then we have these chords, which are just jamming in your face. Sounds like this. We also have this cool little tiny blip thing in the background. It's like a plucky bell type thing that just sounds really cool. And what I did, if you can see right here, I just cut out bits and pieces of the lyrics, and we'll actually unmute them so you can hear this, how terrible this sounds. I just cut them out and placed them wherever a beat or wherever a note was played. Not in key at all. But with that, I took it, consolidated it. Once it was consolidated, I took it and I opened it in a pitch corrector, new tone, and then I just pitched it to follow the same notes as the tiny blip. So it sounds like this. And obviously there's a whole bunch of reverb and stuff on that, as you can definitely hear. Yeah, we have some OTT, a low pass filter for certain parts because this gets played before the drop and during the drop, and it makes it sound really cool with the other parts of the song. It's something unique that you're not gonna find just anywhere, which is why I do it. It sounds cool. We also have all the regular vocals of the song, which by themselves
Sweaty, so let's make this high and heavy.
Sound like that. There's different parts. There's the lead by itself.
Sweaty, so let's make this high and heavy.
Kind of the main thing.
Sweaty, so let's make this high and heavy.
The harmonies that you can barely hear, and some doubles.
Sweaty, so let's make this high and heavy.
But it just adds and fills to the whole thing and makes it feel big. And that's pretty much the whole drop. And together it sounds like this. It's pretty cool. Kind of heavy, but not over the top heavy. It's more of a melodic song. So let's just get into the beginning, the intro, the fun stuff. We have this cool little art pluck thing that I made. I didn't make it, but I found it. The melody is kind of cool. I don't really know where I came up with it, but I liked it, so I kept it. And if you can hear, there's like two different sounds going on. We have like the original art pluck, and then we have a serum, which is like that little bell that you hear. It's unique and just adds to it. And actually at the beginning you can't even hear the bell. Building into the song. We also have like a little riser into the first pluck. So then we actually have this little guitar pluck thing that was part of the original song, and I liked it. And that's where this whole beginning melody came from. And it sounds like this. I don't know if you really noticed it in the song, but now you will. Well, then we also have some vocal ad-libs that you just are unaware of, but they're there. Adding into the background noise and building you into the song from the original again. Then we have these chords down here. Very basic chords, but they add and they make you want to just hear more of it. Then we get to the fun stuff. And by fun I mean the bass, because everybody loves bass. We all need some good bass in our life, right? This one, it's like a funky little rhythm thing going on. It's not drums, but it gets your rhythm going, and it's like bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum, you know? And then right before we get to the breakdown build-up part, we add this little piano synth art thing. Sounds like this. And then we have this very short little thing. I don't even know what it is, but it's in a serum patch, and it sounds really cool. So all this is are a bunch of notes just going up. I don't know why. I just felt like it needed to go there. And with that serum patch, it sounds a lot different than what you would imagine. It sounds big and spacey and weird. And because it's so short, it's just like... And in the context of the song, you don't even think it's notes. You just think it's like a noise. Which is kind of cool actually. So the whole meat and potatoes of this beginning part, I guess we'll start it with everything going on. Sounds a bit like this.
I don't care where this goes, but I just like when you take control. And
You can kind of hear the guitar. You can definitely hear the bass, and it's just, oh yeah, there's grooving. It's making me want to move. So then we come to the next part, which is like the breakdown. The bass continues. The little main melody comes in with the tiny blip and the drop melody, I guess you could say, building it into the drop. But we also have these chords here that sound like this. One goes down, one goes up, because it like starts going lower and then higher and just builds you into it. And then we also have some like stab chords. And something else that's very important, the original synth from the original song. Which has a little bit of a different melody than our melody. Different notes, different chords. But because they're all in the same key, they work and you don't really hear it. So it's just like, it's there, but it's not. And it works. We also have this cool snare down here. It builds and it goes back and forth and just makes you kind of think, what the heck's going on? And then we have this cool little thing leading you into the main drop. So then right after the drop, we wanted to keep the momentum going, but we had to get right back into the original melody. So we throw the art back on there along with the bass. The guitars come back in right away. But we add some drums, and the drums just give you a funky rhythm. And then we have like the hat again, or the snares, and some more snares down here, just very specifically placed so they add emphasis where you need it. That's the only reason. And then it has to build up again, so we go back to adding the piano, and we actually add another thing here, which is the same melody. It kind of looks all scattered because it's doubled, but this and this are the same pattern. And this one just sounds like this. I don't know if you can even hear it in the song, but it adds like a little high-pitched tick that is unique, but still is the same. And now on to the breakdown part of the song that is very short, actually. It's only 2 bars long, and it's kind of unique. There's no drums, and it's just kind of orchestral and sounds weird. We have this glassy thing. Which actually has a lot of bass in it. We also have the pianos from before, just playing different chords. I have a feeling there's like strings in that though. And then we also have this piano, which I think is a piano this time. And those are the only things we have going on there, along with the vocals. It sounds like this.
do you wanna know what I'm thinking about? When it's 3 a.m., no one's around.
And then once all the lyrics have ended and you think the song's over, right there, right after that little thing,
Now,
throws you right back into the drop. That's how I made my remix of Heavy by Sam Smyers. It's really not that complicated, but I did spend a fair amount of time on it, and I actually love the way it turned out. It just flows real well. It's not overly ridiculous, and it could be improved upon, but I love the result. Honestly, it sounds good to me, and that's all that matters. So I hope you learned a thing or two. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you want to see more. I have something I've been working on, and let me tell you, it's I don't take that lightly. It's a progress builder. It sounds nothing like anything I've ever made before. So stay tuned for that one, because it'll be, yeah. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, morning, breakfast, lunch, supper, dinner, whatever it is you're doing right now. Enjoy it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.